God didn't bring you in this world to be average. God didn't bring you in this world to wake up and die one day and just be another person that lived and died and didn't do anything significant in this world. You're still alive. So therefore, God is not done with you. You're still here. But then you start realizing that God is not done with you yet. God has a plan for your life. God has things in mind for you beyond anything you could ever imagine. You can never shine trying to sit on someone else's sun. You can never figure out who you are if you're consumed in everything that everybody else is and what they're doing and the moves that they're making. You're so consumed in trying to force everyone to think and believe that you're doing it big, but we all know that you're not. But every night they go to sleep and they're crying silent tears because you have convinced the world that you're doing it big, and you know you're not doing it big. You know that you are living beyond your means and you are frustrated and miserable. There is a saying that you have to fake it until you make it. But most of y'all have been faking it for so long, you're never gonna make it. Most of y'all have been faking it so long, you now believe your own tricks. Most of y'all have been living a lie for so long that you believe your own lies. The problem is you now believe your own lies so convincingly that you're now miserable because you're trying to chase someone else's life. You're trying to chase someone else's lifestyle and identity, all while ignoring your own life and your own path, all while ignoring what God has in mind for you. What is the vision for your life? What are the ideas and the dreams for your life? What are you supposed to be doing? Who are you? What are your gifts and talents? What is your ultimate destiny and your goals? God will never give you something somebody else is supposed to have. God will never give you something somebody else is supposed to have.
Try and sit down. You either do or you don't. It's a process to achieve mastery. It's a process. And quitting does not make it any faster. You got to be willing to go all in for you, for your family, for a better life, for freedom. That's why you got to be hungry. And this day where we are right now, the people that are evil, the people that are of darkness, the people that are going all out to stop us, to hold us down, we got to be more determined and stronger and be willing to do whatever it takes to live our dreams and create a future for our children. You got to be stronger than the forces working against you. Can't take any breaks? No, absolutely not. This is the new way of being. This is different. In the midst of all this madness out here, this is no time to be silent. No, people need to be encouraged. There's pain out here. People need to be encouraged. There are people that are disillusioned out here. People are feeling weak and powerless out here and desperate out here and don't know that this is the best time of our lives.
Today is your day to rise, to grind, to do more, to be better, to go in the opposite direction that you've been going, to make better choices. I hear people every day saying that they want to be an entrepreneur, that they want to work for themselves, but you're not willing to work for somebody else. You're not willing to grind more than you're grinding now. But you know what? You have to work harder for yourself if you're working for somebody else. You have to be willing to get up 2, 3, 4, 5 hours earlier than you're working right now. You got to be willing to work longer hours. You got to be willing to do what it takes to get the job done. I don't want to hear you say you want to be a millionaire. You're not willing to put in the work that a millionaire puts in. You're not willing to read and write and go to seminars and the workshops each and every month. Millionaires are doing something that you're not doing. They're not going to sleep 4 and 5 hours earlier in the day. They're not up watching movies and Netflix and chill all night. If they want to, they could, but they're not doing it because they're trying to get to that next bag. What are you doing? How hard are you working? How much time are you putting in? If you want to be great, you can't just be mediocre and do the same thing that everybody else is doing.
God didn't bring you in this world to be focused on what everybody else is doing. I'm saying to you, wake up every day and decide that you love yourself enough to commit yourself to you. They say that you're selfish. The word selfish starts with the word self. I cannot take care of you if I'm not taking care of myself. Some of y'all are so consumed, you're allowing people to make you feel bad about being so blessed. Live your life and make your mark. God put you on this earth to do something significant. You're not supposed to be another person that lived and died and didn't do anything significant. You have a vision, you have an idea, you have a genius idea that's in your mind, that's brewing and it's orchestrating. Ideas are like pregnancies. Some of the ideas come out quick. Others take a little longer to mold and shape and develop in your mind. And you should understand this, that it was always going to be your family and your friends that would be the first ones to try and talk you out of your vision and your big idea. That's why you're supposed to live your life. Focus on your intentions and do your thing. Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible, which means that if you see what's not there, that means that you have these bold, uncomfortable visions and intentions and ideas, and you're going to have all of these random people popping up in many forms trying to get you off of your path. And you're so convinced that this is what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing and the people that you're supposed to be doing it with. You're so convinced that this is what it is. You drive people crazy and you make people uncomfortable because their goal is to distract you and fuck up your plan. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to encourage you to go to that basement. Those clubs and those parties and them girls and them mini skirts and them flat stomachs, and it all sounds great. It ain't going nowhere.
We got all the tools we need to do whatever we want to do. Judge not according to appearances. Don't focus on the problems, focus on the solution. And just say to yourself, this is going to be the best day of my life. Good things are supposed to happen to me. Call forth those things that be not as though they were. And start working on creating something that's you. Do what works. Look at your relationships and ask the question, what is this relationship doing to me? Am I growing mentally and emotionally and spiritually and financially? And if the answer is not yes, let it go. Let go or be dragged. There's no time. You got to have a no-nonsense mindset if you're serious. Why? This is no time to be around people who don't want anything and who's not going anywhere and who don't know what time it is. You've got greatness in you. And when you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are. So you act like you don't have any.
if you're a part of that 1%, I tell you this, work harder, do more for yourself, because on the other side of all this hard work, there's a reward waiting for you. There's so much money in this world that we all can get what we need, not just to be rich, but to be wealthy, to be able to help the next person, to be able to tell somebody how you made it. That's what it's about, to be able to help your friends and family. So don't tell me that you want to be an entrepreneur if you're not willing to put in the work, the sweat, blood, and tears for yourself, for your future. This world is made up of people who say what they would do if they could. Stop claiming it and start doing. Right now is your time. Right now the economy is booming. Right now is the perfect moment for you to change your life. So stand up and start working. Stand up and start doing. Stand up and make tomorrow a better day than today.
Have all decided that I'm going to commit myself to this career, this vision, this goal, sports, training, education, no parties. They're going to call you names. They're going to say you're corny. They're going to call you a square. They're going to say that you're a weirdo because you don't f with nobody. Those are the characteristics of a champion. Those are the characteristics of someone that have said that I've decided that I'm going to create a shift in this universe.